That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Conversations with My Cuz, starring Cuzzo Michelle with one L, and her cousin, of course, her Cuzzo, Shay Lachey. And these ladies are out here doing the streaming live on StreamYard with empowerment, elevation, and enlightenment. And I'm telling you, these two ladies are not here to offend nobody. But sometimes things are just too funny not to talk about. And that's what they're going to do. So please tune in every week, live stream. And if you miss them, you can catch them on their Facebook or any kind of social media page.
Once again, happy Sunday. I go by the name of DJ Big Rob. Welcome to Conversation to My Cuz. Conversations with My Cuz. Bringing the ladies out. Shay Lachey. Michelle with one L. Give it up.
Woo! I want to scream myself.
That's our DJ right there.
Welcome. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Conversations with My Cuz. I am Shay Lachey.
And I am your girl, Michelle with one L. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. And just really quick shout out our DJ Big Rod. I don't know if you guys caught him on Twitch and Facebook a little earlier from 5 to 7. He was doing his thing. So just make sure you guys tune in every Sunday.
He does his thing.
But welcome. That's our hype.
Glad to be back.
Yes.
So glad to be back. I hope y'all had a good week because I think I did. How about
I did
you,
too.
Michelle?
I had a great week. I had a good week.
Okay.
And
well,
are we gonna talk about it? I'd like to hear it. But before we talk about it, you guys already know this. Well, last week I had tea. And they told me that I couldn't toast with tea. So I came back with a glass of wine. I mean, I can toast with what I want. I mean, are there any rules? Who makes up rules to that?
I don't know. It just doesn't. It's not right. Okay, it's just not right.
Okay, so how about if I put tea in a wine glass?
I don't want to talk about it. I just want to sip my drink. How about that? How about
that,
guys?
Gotta make sense. Does it make sense?
Sip
Danielle,
with wine.
the DJ. Well, hey, somebody on our Twitch. What's up? Hey, Kenya. Hi, Daniel, the DJ. What wine are we drinking? He says. But we'll tell you after we toast.
Okay.
So
this is to. I want to toast to springtime coming because I feel like the weather's gonna break and it's going down, and I'm starting to get excited. The days are getting really like sunny and it's supposed to be a warm week. So I want to toast to the spring coming.
The new season.
How about that?
Yes, let's toast to the new season. Well, let's toast it up. Cheers. So, this is All-Star Weekend too. So I've been watching and looking at everybody out there in Atlanta. And I
doing it up.
And I'm saying, I don't know if people think that COVID has left us yet, but I don't know. It was just crazy.
So what are you drinking, Shell?
Hey,
I
Tanya.
Watch nothing. I haven't.
I'm drinking something called Rashi. This is a wine that me and my girls always drink, and we love it. So, and what you got?
I am drinking a bottle called One Hope that I ordered. They usually donate half of their proceeds to different causes, and so this is a Malbec from that company.
Nice.
So, yeah, not bad at all. So
yeah,
it's a good thing. So tell me about you.
My week was cool. Work, our weekend was pretty full. We both of us kind of had a busy weekend because we were doing some things together. Shout out to Buy Black for Life. Oh, excuse me, my earring is just acting crazy. Shout out to Buy Black for Life and the Women's Roundtable. We had, we did a women's roundtable. It was pretty dope with a few other amazing ladies, and just the sisterhood and the bond was so dope. And then we had our first vision board party which went really, really
Mm-hmm.
well, and that was dope.
Yes.
So
I have
yeah, our
my
week was
vision
cool.
board. It looks really, really nice. I'm excited about it. I really, after I was done, I was like, I really should do another because there's so much more. But you
Right.
don't want to get too crazy. But I'm ready, girl. I'm ready.
But you know
That was
what?
exciting.
Manifesting. I mean, I think that if you can focus, you can manifest. But if you stay safe, then
Yeah, you got to get out on that. As I learned, it's called the skinny branch,
the
right? Because
skinny
there's the whole
branch.
tree, but the
Yes.
skinny branch is where change happens. So I'm ready for
Right.
that.
Me
Yeah,
too. Me too. Now, what's trending this weekend was Coming to America. Did you get a chance to watch it yet?
I did, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I did
I'm
too.
not
I
quite
really
sure
enjoyed it.
what the hell the problem is. Like, I feel like it's a sequel, and no sequel is ever better than the first. So
Right.
you always expect it to not stand up to the number one. But it certainly
Absolutely.
wasn't bad. I mean, it was great to see some of the characters and, some of the silliness. And I went in it with feeling good about it, having not
Right.
even seen it yet. So I was not disappointed. I
I wasn't.
chuckled and I got a
Yeah,
chance to enjoy. Yeah, it was good. It was, light
I enjoyed
TV.
it.
I'm not.
I wasn't looking at what it wasn't. I looked at what it was. And for me, it took me back, because they filmed that movie in our area, in our neighborhood,
I
close
can't
to where
hear
we were,
anything you're saying. I don't know why it's breaking up.
close to our area. Are you hearing me better now?
I don't know if it's happening with anybody else, but she's breaking up for me.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
hear you just fine.
Sorry, girl. I don't know if it's a
Can you guys
breakdown on
hear
your
me?
side.
Let us know if you can hear me.
That was a
Because I
little
hear you. I
breakdown.
hear you just fine. I don't know. Technical difficulties is what happens when you go live. In the chat, let us know if you can hear me,
Yeah.
guys. Can you hear me though? You said I'm breaking up. Oh, Karen says she hears me loud and clear.
All right. It might be. Okay. Well, maybe it's me.
Okay. So,
You're breaking up for me. It's choppy, but
right. What I was
it
saying
might be
was,
me.
as far as Coming to America, I didn't look at what it wasn't. I looked at what it was, and for me, it was nostalgic. And just
Right.
seeing all those characters come back, even though they're old, because we old, because it was 30-some years ago.
Honey.
We aged right along with them. So I mean, I chuckled, and they brought back stuff from back, last year, and the fact that they filmed it. A lot of it was filmed in Queens, and not all of it was done in Queens. Well, all was done in Queens because the movie was based in Queens. So that's where we're
Yes.
from. So for me, watching that was just so dope. So a lot of people were like, it wasn't this and it wasn't that. And I said, man, it was Black excellence. And to me,
it was a lot of things. Right. I was
right.
really happy to see a lot of the people that are still with us.
Yes.
Right. Because a lot has happened.
Yes.
And they didn't replace people with new faces. The same people were in the movie, and I thought that was excellent. And then visually, it was beautiful. I mean, the outfits was dope. Like,
what?
Woo!
Did you see that?
And that Tiana Taylor with her freaking
I love
body.
her.
Lord have
I just love
mercy.
her.
That was in
I
here
just
like,
love her.
well, all right, girl.
I'm such a fan of hers.
Yeah, she's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. I love this. So
before we move on, I
nice.
want to shout out the shirt I'm wearing, Ofafo. It's our Lefrak love,
Yes.
our boy Dre Mullins. This is his brand, established 1995. But I had to do a little shimmer to it just to make it my own. So, I always do the off the shoulder thing. So this is what I do. But guys, check out his website.
Yes, I'm waiting for mine.
And it's one for all for one. That's what it stands for. And he's been repping this brand since 1995. Go check out the website. Go see what you can have. Support the brother. Support the brother. He's doing his thing. So,
Absolutely.
So support him. We got to support Black and got to support our own. And we've known him for 1,000 years. So, and it's a great brand, great quality. So go check him out. But yeah, let's shout the
I
chat out.
can't wait.
I know you're waiting for yours. I should have waited, right? I should have waited. I'm sorry, T. You got yours.
No, it's all right. You rock out. You know how you do. I'm all right with you.
Uh,
You got to shine, and he
You know
deserves it right now.
Yes, he
Yeah,
does. He
I
does.
said it. I said it.
I
I'm
know you
scared of
said
you.
it, but I'm not even going to get offended by what you just said. I'm not even going to get
The
offended by what you said. It's all right. Hey, chat. I'm just going to we're going to move on to the chat.
I see Supreme in here. What's up, Shelly and her cuz?
See you. Hey, absolute
I see Rhonda,
Supreme.
cuz.
I see
my
Rhonda. I see
niecey.
Karen. Hi, Niecy. I
Hey,
see
Kenya.
Hi, Kenya. Hi, Jeanette. How you doing?
Guy on the couch.
Guy on the
We
couch
won't
is
call him by
always
his
there
other
because
name.
he knows better. He knows better. Why do we talk to him that way? Every time he comes, because he's like our best and most fan, the best, biggest fan, should I say, and he always supports us. But we just talk to him like, you better be there.
Because he's our little guy. I mean, he's bigger than us, but
he's the guy.
As I've always said, he's my bigger little brother. He calls me his little bigger sister. So I just, you know, you don't stop talking to him crazy just because he's a grown up. I've been doing it my whole life.
We're rude. He says we're rude. Don't believe him, guys. He's not telling the truth.
We love him though. More than most. So there's that.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Hey, Keith.
Love that boy. Shoot, his whole life is love everything. So there's that.
For sure.
But I would love for us to get into our segment of Let Me Ask My Cuz.
Okay.
If you're ready. Are you gonna sing the song? Remember how you did it that way?
I'm not gonna, because you told me not to do that.
A little bit.
Gonna sing. Let me ask my cuz.
I love it. Go, Michelle.
You see? You told me.
I did. You go, girl.
You told me not to sing the song, so until we get our real song. But you know, season 2 is going to be
we're gonna
much
go
better.
You.
Do stuff. We're gonna have. We're gonna. Yeah, I said it.
You do it better than me. I say it.
I'm just saying.
Hey, serious questions this week, though. We got some serious questions. Okay.
We got serious.
You gotta get serious.
Right, so.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Serious, Michelle.
I'm gonna ask you the first question, though. You want to ask me, or you want me to ask you?
No, you go, because I usually go first.
Before we do all of that, they probably know the segment, but for those who don't, this is a part of the show where we get our viewers send in questions and we give them our perspective and a little bit of advice
without being professionals.
Because we're not professionals. Disclaimer. Okay, so if you take our advice, you're on your own. I'm saying.
That's right. It's like, whoa. They did what we said. Whoa.
What we say is not gospel, but our perspectives are from our point of view and our experiences. Okay. So, cousin, first question. Yes. How do I tell someone that they're getting in their own way?
Yes. Well, first, I'm going to say it depends on the relationship, right? Because some people you could just talk straight to if you got that rapport. And there are some friends that, you know, I do, but I think that the love sandwich is the way you go, right? And Michelle and I developed the love sandwich for each other because we are truth tellers to each other, and it hurts sometimes. And so it's like, I got to say something to you, girl, and I'm going to give you the love sandwich. And you start off with, you know, I love you and you're great and you're fabulous and this and that, but you got to stop that, right? So, and then you end it with, but baby, I know you could do it, and so forth and so on.
Yes.
So telling someone that they're getting in their own way, for me, I always make it personal. I try to look at a situation where I've done that thing, and that way it's received a little bit more. Like, you know, I will say something like, I remember when I was where you are right now, and I went through this whole situation and blah 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 blah, and then I'll say something like, then I realized that the problem was really me, and that I was the one that needed the correcting. And once I finally looked at myself, as opposed to going out and looking for the problem in other people or other situations, then, you know, I was able to come to some resolution. Because oftentimes we like to look at all the other things that are going on around us, right? Before we self-examine, like, what am I bringing to the table to create this particular situation? And if it's a far enough removed situation, then I will talk about the behavior. Like, sometimes it's things that you're doing. Like, dude, maybe you need to, you know, stop X, Y, and Z, because I see that it prevented you from doing this thing or the other thing. Or maybe you need to look at this situation in a way where it could be more successful if you do X, Y, and Z. So there's no one way, in my opinion, because it does depend on the relationship, whether or not it's somebody really, really close to you, or whether it's someone far removed. And I'm always one, and I'm gonna stop talking. I'm always one to feel like I like to give my opinion when asked.
Right.
So I don't know where I heard this from before, but I always say I only give my opinion when asked or in a life or death situation. Otherwise, I'd be like, "Ooh, wow, well, ooh, did you now get out of here?"
Yeah, because
So,
because it's not always received well, and like you said, it depends on the person. And that was going to be my part of my answer too, was the love sandwich, because that's the thing that you and I have created many, many years ago to take the sting off of whatever it is the person's about to say. Because usually when it starts off,
it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, because when it starts off with, okay, it's about to be love sandwich time, you're like, all right, give me a minute. So
yeah, let me just brace myself, because here it comes.
Because whatever it is, it's about to be, you know, something that I need to hear, and I know that it's coming from a place of love. Now, I do know that everyone can't get that, because most times people that are in their own way don't know they're in their own way. And when you tell them that they're in their own way, they're going to be defensive. So they're going to put up this block, like, you don't know what you're talking about. How you going to tell me about me? So it depends on
who do you think you are,
and who do you think you are, and then that it might flip on you, and the person's going to start finding all kind of fault in you, so they don't have to address their own thing. Now, if that's that type of person, my advice is to let them stay in their own damn way, because they're not going to hear what you have to say. And you could have said it to them multiple times before. If a person doesn't want to hear you, they're not going to hear you. There's nothing you can do about it.
You can't save everyone from themselves.
Can't save everyone. Right.
Yeah. So
you definitely can't save everyone from themselves. And we can try, you know, especially if we have love for them, but everybody's not going to receive it. So, but if you do try, start off with a love sandwich. Give them a love sandwich. You know, I love you, but
I need to tell you something.
I need to talk to you and tell you something, because I have love for you, and I see the truth does need to be said at all costs. I don't know. Ronald said the truth needs to be said at all costs and walk away head high. Yeah.
Okay.
That's subjective.
The truth, right. The truth is subjective. Your truth is not necessarily their truth, because really it's your opinion about whether or not they're in their own way. It could be a multitude of things that you don't even really know is going on with that person. And so, you know, you gotta sometimes give them room to say, maybe this is the type of situation that's going on. But I gave you a love sandwich earlier this week, today, didn't I? If you think about it.
Why are we making this about me right now? Did you give me a
No,
love
I'm
sandwich?
just saying I
I
did.
don't think it was a love sandwich. I think you were
I
eating
did.
your
I said to
damn
you.
thing. Hey, Ash. Hey, cousin.
No, that's a different one. That's a different one. I said
right,
to you, look, right. I said to you, I had something on my heart that I needed to share with you about a scenario that you had told me about dealing with a person. That was a love sandwich. And you received it very well.
Kind of a love sandwich because it wasn't really about me, but it was about me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
it was a love sandwich.
You didn't say love sandwich in the beginning, so how did I know?
To say it because I orchestrated it in such a way.
Maybe you should.
That you received it well.
Look, next
you
time,
received it very well.
I didn't give you any resistance because you were absolutely right in that moment.
Yes.
That was funny. Next time, say it.
All right.
So we're not
now I got a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Here we go. Here's the question. How do I stop judging myself for everything?
How do you stop judging yourself? Now, that question really depends on how you love yourself.
Say
because
more.
How you love yourself will depend on how you judge yourself, because you can judge it. Oh man, you can judge. I've been in that space of judging myself where you're doing things and you're questioning yourself, and every time you say or do something, you're like, should I have said that? Or you beat it. I'm not a beater. I don't beat myself up. But I have been in those spaces where I judge myself to say that maybe I shouldn't have done that. Or but how do you, well, first of all, to stop judging yourself, you have to, it always goes back to self-love. We're always talking about self-love and how you love yourself and how you experience yourself. You have to take time to know yourself and look at yourself so that you can stop judging yourself, because none of us are perfect. And once you start realizing that none of us are perfect, then I think you'll have a better, you'll better be able to look at yourself and not be so self-critical about yourself. And I know a lot of us are like that, because we want to be the best person that we can be. But if you beat yourself up at every chance you get, then you're going to stunt your growth. So it's always about self-love and creating a space for yourself to know that you're not perfect.
I think what happens with me is that and especially if there's alcohol involved, the next day I regret so many things that I say to people, because the filter comes off, and there are no love sandwiches. I just be all like blah, and the next day I be like, oh Lord, my mouth.
Why did I do
like
that?
person doesn't like me anymore. Because it might be true. But
I've given you a love sandwich after some of those nights before.
Well, and you've cussed me out on the night, so there's that.
I don't cuss you out.
I know I've done. But you do. You get very, very frustrated, and then you say things like, "She's about to be that person again. Here she goes with her crap," and then I'm like, "Oh, you won't let me live. You just like snatch me like you trying to put baby in a corner." I feel it.
No, that's only because sometimes, you get in that space where I'll be like,
right, my filter.
Your mouth.
There it is. See your face, guys? No. Oh, just saying.
So I think in that moment when you're judging yourself, I think you need to, because you probably did say something that was offensive or made somebody feel some type of way.
Yes.
So there's nothing wrong with that. Sorry in advance. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually reassessing and recognizing that you did something that was crazy. Now, if you do that in every moment of the day and everything that you're saying, you're constantly being self-critical about yourself. That's not healthy.
I don't. I think that I like to believe that the people who are in my space, know and love me and know where I'm coming from when I'm doing or saying the things that I'm doing. Because I feel like I always move with good intentions. My heart is in the right place, and I just hope that it's received in the same way
Right.
that I'm intending to give it, right? Because I can't really help people interpret what I'm doing. I just pray that it comes out the way that I want it to, or that they
Right.
receive it in the way that I'm trying to give it to them, which is always in light and love. Like I'm always
Yes.
in that space of constantly trying to make sure that when people are in my space, they walk away better than when they came into it, and not worse, or not to feel bad, right? Because
Right.
that's not who I am in this world.
No,
So
but I think that's awesome though. But when you think of the word judgment though, judgment is pretty harsh.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's harsh. That's harsh. When you judge someone because of who they are, that's harsh,
Yeah,
because you're sitting there and you're picking somebody apart negatively. So usually if somebody's judging themselves, they're focusing on all the negatives instead of anything
And really,
positive.
really, I think that's a reflection of who the person is. When you
Right.
see those things, right? Because
Right.
I see greatness in people for the most part,
Right.
because I'm great. No.
Well, hey now. Well,
You know what I mean?
and
I
yes, you
do.
are.
But if
Yes, you are.
if you're a thief, right? Or let's say, well, I don't want to put that on the air, but let's say, you have this thing,
Okay.
you see that thing in people, that you see that same thing. Like if you are a thief, you tend to look at people in that same light, because
True.
you recognize it. So, yeah, I'm not going to do that to people, because I don't want it done to me.
Don't want it done to you, right?
Yes.
So,
So this is a good one that Simon put up. The question is, what is your moral compass?
that you have to ask yourself that though. That's for each
Yes.
individual. It's not for us.
Yes. Correct.
So, but we're about to move into the part of our show, which is our BBT time. And we bring on our DJ Big Rod. Like, I was so hyped today. He had me in my kitchen dancing. I was cooking. He was on Twitch doing his thing. So it's that time of our show. We bring our DJ out, DJ Big Rod.
And then we have our guest.
We have our guest. I'm excited about this one. Lefrak on. I'm all things Lefrak. So that's my hood, and I'm excited. But up first, we're going to bring our DJ out. DJ Big Rod.
What's up? What's up, ladies? What's up? We got Mayor Show on the show.
Yeah.
What you know about that? We arrived, baby.
Come on, baby. Hey, there, sugar darling. Let me tell you something, girl. I've been trying to say now. You look so sweet and you're so doggone fine. I just can't get you out of my mind.
What it is?
You become sweet taste in my mouth now, and I want you to be my spouse, so that we can live happily now.
Conversation with my cuz Shay Lachey, Michelle with one L.
Oh yeah. Make me feel good inside.
Here we go. 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 Here we go.
Through me, baby.
What?
I need you.
Breakdown. Yes. Once again, as I said, we got Mayor Show on the show. Congratulations, my friend Donald Shaw. Hey.
When I wake up in the morning, love,
we arrived,
and the sunlight hurts my eyes. Something without wanting, love.
Yes.
Bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
Yes, Lefrak City, he's arrived.
Shake it, baby. Good loving daddy. Ooh, let me be your rocking chair. Just rock me away from here. Let's get it on. Come to me, baby. Ooh, let me be your rocking chair. Just rock me away from here. Let your arms
Yes.
shelter me from all hurt and pain.
Every Sunday, 8 p.m. Conversation with our cuz.
With your everlasting flame.
Facebook, YouTube,
Ooh,
Spotify, iHeart.
good loving daddy. Ooh, let me be your rocking chair. Rock me away from here. Let's get it on. Come to me, baby. Ooh, let me be your rocking chair. Just rock me away from here. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
We arrived, baby.
Someday, yeah, we'll put it together and we'll get it undone. Someday, when your head is much lighter. Someday, yeah, we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday, when the world is much brighter.
Here we go.
Ooh, child, things are gonna be easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna be easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Someday, put it together and we'll get it undone. Someday, someday, we'll walk in the rays of a someday.
Don't do it, Michelle.
I was about to say,
Say, I see
they
you.
see me. They see me though.
We arrived, baby.
Woo!
That's our DJ,
Hey.
ladies and gentlemen, DJ Big Rod.
Yes, welcome back, everyone. So, welcome back to Conversations with My Cuz. I am Shay Lachey.
And I am your girl, Michelle, with one L. And
Hey,
we are
Michelle.
back. Hey, cousin. So our guest today is someone that we grew up with. You know, we all come from the same neighborhood, Lefrak City, Queen. Shout out to Lefrak. You know, we are. I am all things Lefrak. I love my hood. I'm not in my hood, but I love my hood. And
No,
our
well, I'm
next
not
guest,
either. Neither is Donald, but we all still from.
but
Yes.
some of us are though. So we
Yes.
are. You know, he is a newly elected mayor of Roselle, New Jersey. Now, one thing I can say is that you can't tell me that you can't be great, no matter where you come from.
Yes.
And he's a perfect example of that. So
Humble
without
beginnings.
further ado, we are going to bring him on. Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor
Everybody
of
clap.
Roselle, New Jersey, Mayor Donald Shaw.
Mayor Donald Shaw.
Welcome.
What's up? What's up, guys?
Woo!
Thank
Hey,
you.
brother.
Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Oh, absolutely, no problem. Definitely.
So,
so
Mr. Mayor,
excited to
you
see
know
you
what's
here,
funny
Mr.
to me is
Mayor.
that, saying Mayor Donald Short to me is so funny to me. But it's amazing at the same time. And I'm just so happy for you and congratulations.
I'm happy for Roselle. Because they actually got somebody that's, really like, we know you. We know that you know already, like somebody who understands, right, from all levels, what it's about and applying that, right? Because you don't even realize all the stuff we go through is going to serve somebody else one day. And you are in that position now because you come from the same freaking handball courts and
tennis courts and pools that we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yes, running through the sections and all kind of foolishness.
Getting in trouble, all of that.
Yes, getting in trouble.
Yeah, you name it. You name it, I did it.
Absolutely. Right. Yes. So did you ever think when you was running the streets of Lefrak that you would be the mayor of Roselle?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I think growing up in Lefrak taught me a lot. I remember when we were losing a lot of people, losing a lot of folks that's our age that are no longer here with us, a little bit older. I actually didn't think I was going to make it past 21. I lost a good friend, Steve. I mean, you guys remember Steve?
Yeah, I remember Steve. Mm-hmm.
I didn't think I was going to make it, at that point to see 21. And then, I went through a bout of being on the streets, hustling, going to federal prison. A lot of people don't know that. So feel free anytime you ask me anything that you want. But leading up to that, I didn't think I was going to make it. My mom's gave me a 21st surprise birthday party. I had the whole dead end block at my house in the little apartment, and I actually cried when that.
Wow.
Because thinking about everybody that we lost up until that point, it was like, yo, why am I here? Sort of thing, so.
Right.
Why me, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So what was the turning point for you?
Honestly, the turning point for me was having my daughter.
Okay.
And that stopped everything, right?
Facts. That stopped. There's a story for that and everything. It stopped everything. Seeing the sonogram and going to that first doctor's visit. I gave away, a Monday morning, I gave away a large quantity of drugs,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a revelation for real.
Yeah. Can we talk about it? I don't know.
No.
This is
I gave
real.
away what we call a brick. I gave away a Kia Coke and I was like, I'm done. That Thursday, we had money, but you don't know how long that street money gonna last. That Thursday, I was a street messenger carrying brown packages because I was like, I can't die and I can't go back to jail knowing I got a kid out there, and that's what my sister and my daughter just changed it for me. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Family.
Yeah. And those babies will do it for you because at the end of the day, they come into this world and they have nobody except us. So we're not.
Definitely one of the most hurtful things. My sister, I was locked up. Like I said, I was in federal prison, and it's stories leading to that. But she came to visit me, and when she was young, and she was like, where are you? When are you coming home? And I'm like, yeah, I'm in college. That's what everybody says.
Yeah, college. Yeah,
I'm in college, and I'll be home in a few years. And then she kind of broke me down. I went in. I wasn't super thug. I wasn't none of that. But I went in with like, I'm good. It's it's federal prison. I did stuff. I knew a lot of people in there. But that broke me down. Like I literally went to my situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, cried it out. I never cried. Leading to that point, you know what I mean? Like,
because you got to be tough. You got to tough it up. You got to tough it out. It's like, I'm in here. This is what it is. I got to do it.
Yeah. I was there. You know what I'm saying? But when she was like, "Oh, when are you coming home? When are you gonna leave college?" I was like, "Yo, what am I doing in here? Like, I got to get
I got to get out of here, get myself together." Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I
totally have gotten yourself together.
What? Yes, in a big way, man. It makes my heart smile. It really does. So politics.
Yes.
When did you get into politics?
You know, it's crazy. I think we were always into politics. Every last one of us that played them streets out there, always into politics. We just didn't know how to maneuver and get what we wanted and make our community better. You know, I came to Lefrak in 1977 or something like that.
Yeah, me too.
Lefrak was a beautiful place.
Yes, it was.
You go to the back, you got your tennis courts,
you got your pool.
You got everything. But for me, I think like we tore it up. You know what I mean?
We didn't appreciate it, right?
We didn't appreciate it. We tore that spot up.
We did.
So when you look back at it, it was kind of like, yo, I had great friends. You know what I mean? So leaving Brooklyn, part Jamaican. So I'm leaving my family, my heritage, my culture, coming into Lefrak. So at that time, it was kind of like, yo, how do you maneuver? So I had different sets of friends. I played sports with everybody. We did the music thing. We did all of that. So I know everybody, and I'm you know, well adjusted to everybody. But you know, one of my friends, and I love him to this day, Trigger. You guys, I'm sure.
Yeah, you know Trigger.
Mm-hmm. He was our crew's mayor at the time. You know what I mean, so to speak. He knew we was doing crazy. We were wild. Our crew, our Jamaican little crew, was wild.
I know.
Yeah. He would sit back sometimes and be like, "Yo, what are we doing? We shouldn't be doing this. Let's maneuver this way. Let's maneuver that way. We could gain from this, and we could gain from doing that." And he just knew it all. He was my mayor at the time. So we knew politics because we would talk about it, but just in a different way. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what started your journey though? When you got to Roselle and you shifted, now you got a family, you got your daughter. What really started your journey to, you know, being a mayor?
The kids out there. The kids.
Okay. Because I know you were a coach for some time, right?
Yeah, that's what actually started it off. I started getting involved in youth sports because we were good. Like everybody that played sports in Lefrak could have gone and done something in sports had we had proper guidance. We were all nice what we did. You know, you could name folks that
right now.
He should have been in the NBA or he should have been in the NFL. We were all good. And at that point, coming out here, it was kind of like these kids were like whiny, kind of like babyish in a way. Like, oh, we don't have this. Yo, we didn't have grass. What are you talking about? Like, we
on concrete.
Right. You know what? Let me get involved here. Got involved. There was some knuckleheads. There's knuckleheads everywhere. And that led me to that. Like, parents were literally looking for us to do that. You know, picking up that piece. And when that happened, you're talking about 300-400 parents every year. So now I got a base of folks that is, you know, trusting in me to have their kids, teaching their kids, mentoring their kids, that sort of thing. And it kind of just spiraled into that. Where officials were kind of asking me, hey, why don't you do this? Or can you help us do that? The crime jumped up. Can you help us start this program? So I started doing that. And then I was working in the city of Newark doing it. You know what I mean? As a deputy director at this nonprofit. And those streets is crazy, you know. So dealing with
I know it.
We got 5 different sections of Newark that I'm dealing with, and it just kind of came together. And then my wife ran, you know, Kim ran for elected office and won, and she was the councilwoman for about 3 terms, like 9 years or so. And at that point, that still didn't push me to do it. You know what I mean?
Right. Because wasn't she like the acting mayor?
She was
something out there. Yeah, she was acting mayor. Yeah.
She definitely was. You gotta give her that credit. She definitely was the acting mayor. The mayor at that point moved on to be the assemblyman, and he was a good friend of mine. And she just kind of like fell into that role because she was the council president at the time.
Right.
So that just fell into place. Yeah, but that didn't shake me to do that. I don't even know. Years later, it was kind of like people were like, "Yo, you need to run." You know, this community needs you, the kids need you. And if you think about it, the kids that are now of age to vote, that's your core group and parents.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't even know you were grooming them, right?
You see?
Yeah.
It's amazing how those bricks just lay themselves out. Like you don't even realize that, you're building this foundation to put you in a place where you can really make a difference.
No, definitely.
Yeah,
Right?
definitely.
Yeah, a lot of things shape you. And you'd be surprised.
It does.
Like, you rocking the Afafo, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, let me go in. I got the very first one.
You?
Yeah,
Wow.
my brother.
Wow,
my brother and Miles and Poochie, they started Afafo. Remember?
Right,
And
I remember.
Pooch, I think, designed the shirt. Miles was the marketing guy. It was like crazy.
Right.
So all the gear we used to always get.
You were getting it.
Joint I still have it. I still have 2 of the shirts that from back in the days. Absolutely. So looking at like those experiences, and I'm like, yo, my older brother, he's doing his thing, and I always idolized him. So I'm looking at him like, yo, I got to get on the ball and
do something. Yeah,
do.
That's right. But that's good though. You had that mindset because they always say surround yourself with people that are, doing something maybe better than you in that moment. Yeah. And for me, I'm still like that. Yeah. Because I don't want to be or feel stuck. Like I want to keep elevating, and I think that I had a thought and it just went out my head just now.
So
shake, fill it in.
It's my turn.
I'm thinking, y'all.
We're here. We're going.
Well, I wanted to just talk about now that you've become mayor, right? What are your hopes that you bring to Roselle as a whole, that you feel there are places that you can really make an impact? Where are you hoping that you can put that?
We have a lot of developmental areas in our town. And I want to see them built. I want to see activity. I was here for 23 years. There's no reason why our kids don't have an adequate football field, which we do now. We fought, we got that. We have two, we have 2 fields. I just signed off on $11 million project for our library to be built. So like stuff like that, like just developing our areas. The weed bill just passed, so there's a lot of rezoning and redevelopment for that.
Right.
Just bringing resources and different energy to the community. We're not.
It sounds like it's still for the kids.
100%. 100%.
Definitely.
Kids and seniors, man. That middle group, we're gonna give you the tools, but you got to figure it out. We are here to help you figure it out. But those seniors, we got to take care of them.
Absolutely.
Yes. We got to take care of them seniors. We got to take care of them babies. So that being said, if you, my motto was when I first got in, I said we could beef all day, because I don't have control of my council, but we are working together, getting done now. But when I first came in, it was rough. And I just was like, yo, listen, man, we could beef all day, but at the end of the day, we got to build some structures. You know what I mean? We got to lay some foundations, because we ain't gonna be here all day. And I'm elected here for 3 months, and I beat you by 5-1. So get it together. You know what I mean?
Somebody wants me.
That's right.
Let's work together and let's get it done. Absolutely.
That's right.
I love that.
Because I'm sorry. No, go ahead. I think my thought popped back in my brain. So I was like, let me get it out now while I thought about it.
Yeah, because that was the one he was holding, right? But I wanted to ask about future aspirations, like anything past being a mayor, or you just do you have any other?
No, let me tell you something. I tell people this all the time. A year in politics is like a lifetime. Right? You see how when man Obama got in, 3 months later, he was all great.
He was looking great. Yeah. He aged him.
In politics, things change every 5 to 10 minutes. My goal is to have a seat at the table, not a removable seat. Like don't fold my joint up.
Right.
I need a seat that I can turn around and say, yo, my man, I need X, Y, and Z. I need X, Y, and Z. I need a seat at the table for future. And that's what's important. So to be honest, to say like, hey, I want to be the assembly person, assemblyman next year, or a few years, or the senator. That's not where I'm at.
Okay.
That's not where I'm at.
So it's just being great right now.
being
doing the
great,
best you can in the space that you're in.
that you're in.
trying to be great for
Absolutely.
the next 3 years, you know?
For the next 3
Yes.
years.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
And
we
you
don't
will
live
be.
in Roselle, but we are a support team for you,
Yes.
like and a
You already
cheering
know.
squad.
That's
And we are
right.
so excited for you.
Michelle, let me
So
tell you something.
excited.
You reached out a few times, man. And Tay Brown reached out a few times
Yeah,
during
Tim.
the campaign. Like, yo, what do you need us to do? Do you need anything that? And this is not on live. Or this is
Right.
texting me, and I'm like, yo, you know what? Let me see. You know?
Yeah. Listen, whatever you need, but we're not there with you, but we are with you. You know what I mean? So whatever we can do.
Absolutely, but to be honest, because my campaign was so airtight, it was kind of like airtight, and we talked about that. It was like airtight.
Right.
I don't know, Michelle. And you're like, what about fundraising? I was like, I don't know. It's always good to have more money. Me being stupid, I'm like, I don't really and go hard because my political finances were okay.
Right.
Not knowing I could use it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I appreciate your conversations. I appreciate like folks from the neighborhood reaching out. Like, I don't have much. I can send you 5. I can send you 10. I could, you know what I mean? That sat me down for a night. I had to sit down, and this was people like that didn't have it. I can send you 5. I can say, I just want to be, and I was like, wow.
I want to help.
Down. That sat me down. Yeah. But I've been instrumental in Lefrak, just on the low. Like people don't know. A lot of people don't know.
But that's good because everybody doesn't have to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's good when you're behind the scenes and doing what you do. And one other question I'm going to ask you before we get to the personal affirmation part of it.
Yes.
Who was your mentor growing up? If anyone that you can think of.
Oh my gosh. I've had a lot. It's weird when people say, who you got one. I can't say I just had one. I know my mom's watching her, raise 3 boys and a girl by herself. And we was wild. We was fighting every day and, just dealing with a lot. She's one. I talked about Marco. You guys know Marco, light skin? Marco.
Do I know Marco? I don't know. I may.
I don't think I do.
You probably do. It's
probably by face. Faces for me.
He lived in Lefrak. Had a sister named Debbie Holloman. He taught me a lot. To this day, when I ran my first race, I lost the first race. I'm not gonna leave that out. I lost the first race. The people against me. I lost by 100 votes. I was hot. But he reached out because he's friends with the East Orange mayor. The East Orange mayor. Ted Green, and he was like, hey, listen, keep your head up, do this, do that. Come to our event. Let's chop it up. So I was like, wow, this is Marco from the hood who taught me how to play football. So he's still there. You know what I mean? So he was one, had a lot. Mullins, like they were older than me. So all my heroes that came from the neighborhood were older than me,
Right.
So so it's different. It's different aspects of mentoring. And I see you had Simon on there. I seen Simon Green on there.
That Simon's my boy. Shout out to Simon.
Sam. I think Simon and I are family. I think we're cousins down the line. We got to figure that out.
Oh, wow.
yeah, quickly. But he was one. He just was a different type of guy. Like when he came to the Lefrak, he just was a different type of. So you kind of wanted to mold yourself around different people, and different people shaped you.
Right.
Good, bad, or indifferent shaped you. So I had a lot of them, but Marco was definitely one that always sticks out.
But that's good because clearly whatever they did molded you into the man that you are today. And you're doing big things, and I'm so super proud of you.
And we're so supportive.
And so supportive. So whatever you need, you just reach out to us.
Ready with the bullhorn and $5.
That's right. And $5. That's right. That is right. So this is the part of our show.
Congratulations.
Yes,
let me just say that before you say that.
Before
Congratulations. And, we're still a support team for you. So,
yes.
One thing about Lefrak is the love runs deep with Lefrak. It's just incredible. The bonds that we have is different.
It's different. Just this little thing. I got a call just a couple of years ago about helping starting a program, a basketball program out there. And not to say anybody's name, I don't know if they want people to know or whatever, but I made a few calls and I had my grants writer get in touch. And next thing you know, you got $50,000 coming into the hood that is doing some great things. So it's always Lefrak. You said it earlier. It's like it's always Lefrak for me. When I won, I was giving shout outs to Lefrak. People was like, yo, now you understand.
Yeah, I don't know. Right. You don't know. Man, Lefrak is no matter, I don't care where I am in the world, Lefrak to the day I die. So it's always going to be Lefrak. So this is the part of our show where we ask our guests, what is your personal affirmation that enlightens, empowers, encourages, or entertains?
Mine's is corny, but I say it every day.
Nothing is corny about it. What is it?
Okay. Teamwork makes the dream work. And
okay.
I firmly believe it. I experienced it. Your DJ is my guy. I love him. People
DJ Big Rock.
DJ Rock, the way we grew up, that me and Rob would have been that close, but we've been close, and he's actually taught me how to. And this is y'all. Rod's crazy and he's funny. And
let me bring him on really quick.
Bring him on.
So he can get his flowers, right?
Look. Rashay.
Oh, sorry. We brought him on all unready.
He didn't know he was coming on.
He gonna kill us.
Y'all. This is live, y'all. You never know what's gonna happen on Conversations with My Cousin.
Sorry.
I'm gonna give you some flowers, man. Even though you stole my playlist, I gotta give you your flowers. So my affirmation was teamwork makes the dream work. And he showed me, Rashay, I'm telling you, I've never told you this before. He showed me how to not be afraid and how to be a go-getter. You know what I mean? In terms of, we did music together. We did a whole lot of stuff. We were meeting with high power attorneys. I wasn't caring. I wasn't thinking about nothing. We just was giving them what we had. So the team that we had, it was me, him, and a guy named Jason Curie. You remember Jason? I don't know if he's still around.
Yeah, shout out to Jason Curie.
Shout out to Jason. And we would sit in the house for hours trying to think of who we were. No, D, you got to go do this. Ra, you do that. Jay, you do this. And we would go out the next day and get it done. We couldn't come back unaccomplished. Now, if we failed, we just went back and did it again. Or we took a different way. So, Gerard, I got a question. I'll answer whatever.
Gerard said we retired you to politics, Section 5 football.
Absolutely. He was another mentor as well. There's so many of them. I always want to be around the guys. But Rashay, he showed me that he just was never afraid. He's still not.
He's still not. You're
He's
absolutely
still not.
right.
Still not.
So we'll figure it out.
Absolutely. So for me, that was really a thing for me. And again, I'm gonna go back to my crew. They was wild as hell. But for me, I had friends. I had pockets of friends that I loved in Lefrak City. So we gonna integrate. And y'all gonna love my friends no matter what level you think you on. You're gonna love my friends. And we would go to Philly, Jones Beach, Atlanta, whatever you think about, we did it, and we did it together. Y'all gonna like my friends. They come in no matter what. I don't care. This is how it's going down, that sort of thing. And he was a big part of that. So that being said, he taught me how to kind of like bring other people together and make it work. So teamwork for me makes the dream work, and he was a part of that.
Well, Donald, I want to say that you said it's corny, but the reality is that Rashay is a part of our team.
That's right.
And because of that, we work. So it's nothing corny about it at all.
At all.
Like, we stole him. We didn't even give him the option.
The
but
chance
he
to say no.
Didn't have a no in his body. He just I know he probably cussed us out in the beginning.
I know he did.
Like, I don't know what the hell they got me into.
The day of our first show, I think I called Rashay like an hour before. Was it 2 hours before? Rashay, we need a DJ.
Absolutely.
And he's been with us since, and we 13 episodes in.
Yes.
Absolutely. Nah, he's different. He's a part of what makes Lefrak different. You know what I mean? Like, we're different from Corona. We're different from Elmhurst.
That's right.
We're different, and he's a part of that. Him, rest in peace, Big Kev. Like, those guys, I used to sit around them, and they like, yo, you hanging with us? I'm like, yeah, excuse me. I want to go where y'all go, because you guys have genuine fun. Their fun was different from being on the app creating fun. Nah, they was going to the clubs and they was doing stuff like that was fun. So thank you, my brother.
Yes. Thank you.
Stop stealing my sets.
That's right. Rashay, he over here shouting, he calling you out. Playlist.
Oh, my son, I see him in the chat. Hey, Banks.
Y'all didn't know Mayor Shaw is also a DJ. I gotta teach him some things.
Yes, you do.
Well, Donald.
This is for I'm cheesing so hard. Like this
a little while. Like, come back and let's talk about some of the things that are going on. Like, this is a platform that we can use to help you with your agendas. So, you got that in us.
Absolutely.
At any point in time. Just say the word.
I'll be there.
Just say the word. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mayor of Roselle, Donald Shaw. Thank you so much, Donald.
Thank you, Donald.
We love you. Rashay. Our brother. This was great. I was, I can't stop smiling.
You feel proud, right?
So hard. Yes.
You didn't even run.
No, right. I can't stop smiling. But right, this is the time of the show. We got to wrap things up, and let's do our little shout outs. And after us, 9:30, DJ Storm is going to be live on YouTube from 9:30 to 10:30. Make sure you guys tune in every Sunday. We got the whole Sunday on lock. We got DJ Big Rob from 5 to 7 on Twitch and YouTube. Conversations with my cousin at 8 p.m. And then we got DJ Storm at 9:30. So, hey, Dre. I see you, probably should see that. So, our handles, we are Conversations with My Cousin on all platforms, IG, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Am I saying everything? Yes. On iHeart and Spotify. We're on Twitch. Yes. DJ Big Ra is on DJ Big Ra on Twitch, YouTube, IG. So before we go, I have to do my quotes. And this quote is from Michelle Obama. It is Women's History Month. Happy Women's History Month, ladies.
Happy Women's History Month.
And the quote is, you may not always have a comfortable life, and you will not always be able to solve all of the world's problems at once. But don't ever underestimate the importance you can have, because history has shown us that courage can be contagious and hope can take on a life of its own.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in.
Shell, I love you
guys. I love you, cousin.
All right.
And we will see you guys.
Yes, ma'am.
DJ Ra, we love you.
Love you too. Love you too. For the record, I've been figuring that out too.
Yeah, man.
Give it up for Shayla Shay. Michelle with one L.
See you guys next week.